my side. Yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me?
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Lead.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. I got it.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
To throw here, Dalton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long.
Wise motion. Wise motion.
Dalton now to pass. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
40 go, can.
Watch the run.
Go.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial out? And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right, and he slides to avoid the hit. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run, it's Mark Ingram. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Jackson now. Snead's got it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check, 57. 3 balls.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Jones on the return, and he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Jackson on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Jackson. And an alley to run. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set them up with a much more manageable third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Mixon. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Don't get nervous. Watch this.
Right to 48 right now. Let's go. Come on, D. Watch the edge. No. Off. Watch that.
They go 368.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Mike, 48.
Five. Hey.
Tighten up. Motion. 48, Mike. 48.
80 weapons.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check. Crunch.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And now to the air. Dalton completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Ingram, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, let's get there. Shoot.
368.
4-1's Mike. Got it.
Dalton. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check 41.
Passing, it's Dalton. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. 45.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Guys up. 318. 2-by-2. Move.
41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
I'm trying to collect. Take out 368.
Check. Lucky.
Stop.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt to it. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 30 on second down, Jackson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Shrugs off another. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Got to be careful here, Dalton. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Alert 3.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They'll run on first down. Nixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Third down from the gun. Dalton, throw left side complete. That's Erickson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30! Well, they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. They come out here in the eye. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And Dalton will just sneak it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
36. Here
you go, 368.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
He's coming. Double up.
They run for it with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 18 on the year, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A punt return of 65 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Nixon. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run here with Mixon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right over here.
Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48, right? Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Stop.
Again, it's Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
the size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.